Hi, Cliff fans, and welcome to another one of my polls on another top 10, or I should say top 14, because I'm going to attempt to rank my least favourite Cliff number one to my favourite Cliff number one. Now, I say my least favourite. Something has to come last and something has to come first. I do not dislike any of these songs. I absolutely love all these songs. Are a big part of my life. They have been all my life. I've loved every one of these songs. But I must say as well that there's some songs in Cliff's career that I think are a lot better than his number one. So I don't think these define the whole career. Songs like Wire for Sound, Ocean Deep, Some People, My Kind of Life, Carrie, is the first single, Move It. None of them got to number one. And I think all them tracks are better than most of these tracks that made it to number one. These are certainly Cliff's biggest and most recognisable songs. So, as I say, something has to be last. So, at number 14, I have Congratulations. It's big number one, 1968. I don't dislike the song, absolutely love it. I love it when Cliff sings it, still sings it live in concert. Just absolutely love Congratulations, but something has to come last. So I put Congratulations. Number 13, I have Living Doll. Now, what are you doing? But Living Doll, number 13, is one of his classics. I have the 1986 version of Living Doll, the one with the young ones. And it was probably one of the first songs that really get me big into Cliff. Now, I love Cliff. I'm told I was dancing and singing Cliff from the age of at least 3. But this song came out in 1986, so I was 10. But I think this song, being the big number one it was, really got me big into Cliff. So I have that song to thank, and I love listening to it. It's now it's finally on Spotify. So, and I had the 12-inch version, and the 12-inch version is on Spotify as well. So check that out. I absolutely love it. So number 13 is Living Doll, 1986 with the young ones. Also features a fantastic guitar by Hank Marvin as well. Number 12 probably would have been my least favourite a few years ago, but it's gone up a bit. And it's the Millennium Prayer. And I got a lot of stick. I was working in the airport when this came out, and I remember getting a lot of stick because everybody knew I was a big Cliff fan. And I got a lot of stick when this was number one. And so I kind of went off it for a while, and I preferred the B-side, which was a beautiful song called Two Worlds. But over the years, I've gotten more and more. I absolutely love this song now. So I have it at number 12. I won't say too much more about it. But I absolutely love Millennium Prayer. It's an absolute classic. It's number 12. Number 11, I Love You, written by Bruce Welch. Absolutely fantastic song. But Bruce Welch, when he mentioned songs that he'd written for Cliff, particularly like I Love You and Bachelor Boy, he says he's kind of like embarrassed by these songs because he's a member of an organization that was is called SODS, and what is it? It's for songwriters, and it's called SODS anyway. Distinguished Songwriters Society of Distinguished Songwriters. I think but it's called SODS, and he's up there with all these serious songwriters, and they ask him what he wrote, what number ones did he write, and he has to sing "I Love You," and he's slightly embarrassed by that song, but it's an absolute classic, and it comes from a much simpler time in music where it was all boy meets girl and boy loves girl and boy loses girl and all these type songs. So I absolutely love "I Love You." Number 10, I have, this is an absolute classic country song, Traveling Light, was Cliff's second number one, 1959. And this could go up and down on my list. Sometimes I absolutely love it even more. But right now I have it at number 10. Number 9 is The Minute You're Gone, absolutely beautiful song. And it came at probably the right time in the 60s where people were saying that is Cliff and the Shadows all dried up. The Beatles were taking over the charts, and but it's nice to, every now and again that Cliff would have a big number one like this, just to throw it in, just to keep people interested. And the miniature gone that's number one, 1965. So the Beatles were way up there at the top, and Cliff was still able to make a number one single. So I absolutely love this song. I love the version that they did with the Royal Philharmonic did. They used Cliff's original vocals from '65, but to added orchestra strings onto it, and it's on the Rise Up album. I absolutely love that version. Number eight, I have another absolute classic written by Brian Bennett and Bruce Welch again. Summer Holiday, absolute classic song. You can't fault it. It's another one of them simple feel-good songs. Absolutely love it. Number seven, I have rock and roll classic. I love my rock and roll. I love Cliff's late 50s, early 60s in particular is the era that I absolutely love. It's the era I always go back to all the time. And this one was written again by Bruce Welch and with his friend Peter Chester. And it's Please Don't Tease. Absolutely fantastic track. Number six was my favourite Christmas song for a long time after this came out because I absolutely loved it. And it's Saviour's Day. Brings me right back. I remember being in school when this came out. I probably got another bit of stick over it, but I didn't get as much stick as I did for the other Christmas song. That's number five, Mistletoe and Wine, which is gone above Saviour's Day for me. It's my favourite Christmas song of all time now. Mistletoe and Wine is just an absolute classic. Absolutely love it. Mistletoe and Wine, yeah, I used to get stick for that in school. So that came out in '88, so it's only 11 or 12. Again, everybody knew I was a Cliff fan, so yeah, I got a lot of stick at that time. But number four, another classic, Living Doll, the 1959 version this time. Yeah, it's just an absolute classic. Cliff's voice on it, the shadows on it, it's a perfect single. And his first number one, his first goal disc, and the stunning guitar solo by Hank Marvin just makes it my number four. So number three, another absolute classic, The Young Ones. What a song, what a track. Another feel good. I love the strings on it, I love the shadows on it. Most of all, I love Cliff's voice on it. He sounds so young singing it. And yeah, I love the original more than the newer versions of it. I love the actual original. I think Cliff's voice is amazing on it. Number two, I think it is my favourite Cliff song from the 1960s. And it's The Next Time, which came from Summer Holiday. And it's definitely my favourite Cliff song. I would have loved him to do a string version or a reimagined version of it for the last album that came out, Cliff with Strings. But maybe if he does a volume 2, he might add it. But yeah, just a fantastic song, The Next Time. So number one, I have Cliff's biggest selling song of all time, We Don't Talk Anymore. And I never get tired of hearing this song. Absolutely love it. It's an absolute classic. And again, came out at the right time. Again, people thought Cliff was all dried up before Devil Woman came in. Devil Woman and Miss You Nights and I'm Nearly Famous got him back into the album charts, but the single that got him right back up there was We Don't Talk Anymore, and I absolutely love We Don't Talk Anymore. It's just an absolutely fantastic song written by Alan Tarney. And yeah, it's the biggest selling song of all time. It's definitely in my top 10 favorites. It's not my favorite song of all time, but it's in my top 10. So that's my top 14. I'm sure you would put them into different orders yourself, but that just for fun, that's the order I will put them in right now. Today I'd probably change a few of them, but I think the top 5 will probably stay the same, but I'd probably change some of the other ones around every now and again. But yeah, just for fun, that was my top 14. And as I say, I don't think these songs define Cliff's career. As I say, Move It, Some People, Devil Woman, Wire for Sound, Carrie, My Kind of Life, Dreaming. There's some absolutely amazing songs that didn't quite get to number one, and which I think are better than most of these tracks. But that's my ranking of Cliff's number one singles. So if you have any comments, leave them in the section below. If not, thank you and bye.